Hey guys, it's your boy MKS here, but finally back here with part 3 of my video about India's Independence Day. It's kind of a day late because technically India's Independence Day was yesterday, but anyway, obviously for the many people watching, they probably won't even notice. But anyway, just to make that point. But so I hope you checked out parts 1 and 2 and enjoyed them. If not, please check them out, and I hope you will enjoy them. And please let me know what you think of this video and any ideas you have or suggestions or anything you want to comment. Please feel free, obviously, to comment in the comment section. And I appreciate your views and sharing the video and likes and all that good stuff and supporting my channel as much as possible. I really appreciate those sorts of things, helping me to help myself and others as well. So anywho, I can't think of anything else to say in the intro other than I hope you're well wherever you are. If I didn't already say that, please forgive me. And here goes. So as I say, continuing on from parts 1 and 2, number 21, I would love for people to learn about India's history and culture and things like that, and facts about India generally and that sort of thing. And also encourage Indians to write their own biographies and their own stories about India, and India to write its own history and story and its own version of history, rather than hearing, like, say, for instance, the history of colonialism from India's point of view and that sort of thing. I think it'd be interesting to hear that sort of thing. I think Shaashi Tharoor is a really good, has some really good information, and please check him out and his books and his YouTube channel and his videos and that sort. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but a lot of stuff is said about him on YouTube, and he covers a lot about the history of British Empire in India and things like that. So yeah, please check him out and his video about what colonialism was like from his point of view. So I think it'll be interesting to hear different perspectives. Obviously, in the UK, we probably don't always hear the story about countries like India or countries across Africa and Asia. And the other thing is, I was thinking, it'd be great for possibly Indians from Asia to work with so-called American Indians, i.e., Native Americans, American Indians who are effectively basically just Native Americans, and perhaps they could work together on educating people the difference as well between them, and also, like, maybe they could work together in business and trade and supporting each other, encouraging each other, and work together politically and lobbying together and that sort of thing. And again, like, trade with each other, like help each other's businesses as much as possible and that sort of thing, and invest together and again, that sort of thing. And yeah, just to recap some of my older ideas about I would love to support different disadvantaged groups in India, and also basically benefit India's economy as much as possible, from the poorest people to the richest people, really. Basically benefit the economy as much as possible and help them to unite together and that sort of thing. So again, hopefully NRIs, non-resident Indians, i.e. people from the diaspora, including even mixed race Indians like myself or part Indians, will support India as much as possible. Sorry, just like in one of my other videos, everybody knows. Number 22, I hope to look into how India can grow into the economy, excuse me, that it wishes to be, like the multi-trillion dollar economy or even trillion pound economy that it wishes to be. And look into ideas of how it can do that, maybe how it can overcome COVID and things like that. So hopefully somehow grow its economy. I don't know how much. I'm sure COVID unfortunately had a bad effect on India, especially because so many people were affected, and it must have affected the economy, especially in India, quite a lot, but also obviously the world. So I don't know if how much that was a couple of the plans, but hopefully there'll be a lot of investment in the future, and hope it will overcome those problems, and maybe Indian scientists can work together to tackle global warming, natural disasters, and things like work with other Asian nations as well as African nations to protect themselves from these things and improve the world, especially for Asia. And hope God bless Asia as much as possible, as I say, in the future. Number 23, I'd love to look at fundraising ideas, again, sharing ideas with other people. Committees and think tanks could look together on how to support, especially the poorest people from across India and around Asia, like including Dalits in India, and also women and people with neurodiverse conditions such as dyslexia and ADHD, which probably have a very bad time in India because it's quite an academic country. So those who are not good academically with neurodiverse conditions like ADHD or dyslexia, or those who think differently, hence neurodiversity, being different types of minds, different types of brains, I'm sure they really struggle to be with autism as well. So it'd be great to support them and show what strengths we, people with neurodiverse neurodiversity like dyslexia and ADHD actually have, and what we can contribute to India's economy and how we can help it grow with different ideas and things like that. Number 24, I hope to somehow unite India and again all of Asia together as much as possible, and again maybe countries that were colonized to work together, and also look at how India is the world's largest democracy, and maybe hearing from people across India their views about like democracy and politics generally and things like that, and how again Indians can support each other and put aside the differences, including like tribal differences or religious differences or even political affiliations. Sorry, that's what I'm looking for. Like put aside those differences to work together, and again raise awareness of neurodiversity and support poor and support women and rights, and maybe what India can learn from other countries like the UK about human rights and things like that, which would be quite ironic obviously because it was colonized by the UK, but also just learning about what ways to make Indians feel better, and like learning from countries like Denmark, which are said to be the most happy countries and things like that. So look at what ideas they can incorporate for the rest of the world. Excuse me. And yeah, basically, as I say, bringing India together as much as possible, and people from the diaspora and things like that to support India and benefit India's economy, and look at again rights for minorities and things like that. Number 25, I'd love India to be part of like republics networks, a republic network, sorry, where they work with other republics around the world. Excuse me. Again, COVID will make this quite difficult, but maybe as the economy opens up and things like that, people could travel more, and India could host republic events and go to different countries and talk about how to benefit republics as much as possible and how they can work together as republics. And as they have that in common, they can work together to support each other. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because I support republics as well. And that's another reason why I'd love to support India, because it's a republic as well. Excuse me. Number 26, again, I think it'd be great if India worked with other countries that were colonized, again, across Asia, Africa, even Ireland. I think they used to work together a lot as well when they were both colonized by the UK. Also, even countries that have been historically colonized, even maybe America, perhaps. Not sure about that one, but yeah, countries in Latin America, perhaps. Again, not too sure about that, but indigenous people from the Americas, maybe working with those, as I say, possibly working with indigenous people from across Australasia and people of colour around the world, and that sort of thing. Again, working with African countries and Asian nations, especially. Number 27, I think it'd be great if India like honoured those who have contributed to the Republic, like contributed to making peace, bringing people together. How different people from different religious faiths, like Muslims, Hindus, and Sikhs, who are moderate, perhaps can work together in spite of the extremists, and basically for the benefit of all of India. And like look at what my own community, the Anglo Indians, have contributed to India, things like that. So it'd be great if India acknowledged and honoured those who have contributed to India, maybe even businesses and banks that invest in India and things like that. So maybe and allies, and acknowledging those who have, say, contributed to the economy, the finances, the economy, peace, prosperity, maybe even tourism or whatever else. Those who have contributed with their ideas and that sort of thing. Maybe in the future I could even make a list myself. Who knows? But number 28, again, I think it'd be great to turn negative situations into positives and look at ways like how COVID, as negative as it is, could perhaps bring India and even Asia and even Africa and different places together to work on solving problems through science, STEM generally, and things like that. And how, again, it can bring countries together, developing countries and things like as much as possible. And again, how they were colonized, they could look at that, how they have that in common, so working together because of that. Number 29, I hope, again, to have rights for minorities and talk about my fellow Anglo Indians and how they can work with other mixed race groups like, I think in Malaysia and Singapore, which used to be one country, they're called Kristangs, which are part Portuguese and part Malaysian or Singaporean. Again, they used to be one country. Anglo Indians, Luso Indians, which are like part Portuguese, or people from Goa and places like that, and also other mixed race groups, especially mixed race people in Asia, and even like I would say like also Indos from Indonesia and Hapas from Korea and Hafus from Japan, like working together on rights and like how they can lobby together, network together, and share ideas online, or maybe meet in person, have India could host events for mixed race people and things like that perhaps in the future, and also having a voice for mixed race people who are part Asian, and especially in Asia itself, and also I'd say Eurasians or Blasians or other mixed race Asians could have those networks and voices and things like that, and also working with coloureds in excuse me, in South Africa, which are mixed race South Africans as well. Like if they could lobby together somehow, I know that would be difficult because they're in different places, but if there is a way they could lobby online and network together generally and support each other and encourage each other and have a voice politically, so hopefully that would encourage politicians to give us rights and support and things like that. And look at how more Anglo Indians and other mixed race groups or disadvantaged groups in India, I suppose we're the only mixed race group probably in India, but how we can have more of a voice politically again, like we used to do in the past when we had more rights. I think it would be good to put pressure on the government, this present government, to give us back some of those rights that we've lost under the Modi administration. I don't want to be too critical because I do wish to bring India together and say. And number 30, again, I'd love to hear your ideas and thoughts, suggestions, or anything else you want to contribute, any ideas you have. And again, I think it'd be great to have a committee and think tank, or think tank or whatever, which discusses ideas to benefit India as much as possible. And I'm out. Peace and love.